It's your favorite time again, baby dolls. Doom scrolling Twitteroonies, waiting for racist Russell 2000 to hurry up and pump. First up, we have Adam Cochran, the hater of Donald Trump. This is beautiful. This is a man dying inside as he realizes his grift created a monster and that he hates it and yet he can never escape. He made himself king of the racist incel losers and no one is going to hire him after that. So he's talking about Nick Fuentes.
Taking my girlfriend to Ireland over Halloween. She told me I need to get a costume. Going to be interesting when she asks why I only packed a Burger King crown in my luggage. Hashtag she need main. Caesar Augustus sent $20. How significant?
So I guess Adam Cochran is very, very like left-leaning, liberal-leaning. Nick Fuentes, friends, he's Donald Trump MAGA for Zoomers. Okay, they're more the Zoomer kids, right? Friends, interesting psychology of the younger generation. Zoomer kids, they're very nihilistic on the world. Nihilistic means like bad, negative, dark clouds. Okay, usually kids of that age are optimistic. Usually, every generation that hits that age, they're fighting for bigger things. The Zoomer kids, they just gave up. Okay, it could be the puberty blockers. It could be, you get teased if you don't hook up with dudes. You know what I mean? Like, just the kids are just doing a lot of weird stuff. I don't know what it is. Okay, just you got to identify as a doorknob. Tomorrow you're a lava lamp. Shout out to all the lava lamps out there. The day after that you're going to be a squeaky chair. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to identify as. But they're very nihilistic. Now their crypto investment patterns actually showcase that. The time frame of their investments are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. They're on PumpFun. They have 15-second attention spans, not even. They're dumping coins after 7 seconds. They're getting rugged. They're putting a lot of the scammer grifter feet into their own mouths, sucking it and enjoying it because they have like a ritual hazing of each other out here as well. Something also interesting about the Zoomer generation, friends, is the whole concept of like racism and the guy with the mustache and pushing the envelope there, they have that. It doesn't mean anything to them. So they're very, very edgy, And then you'll see this term of Sigma male. So they're not alpha. Alpha male is like this representation of make your own decision, be your own man. You alpha, like you're the alpha wolf of the pack. You know what I mean? But Sigma males are different. Sigma male it's Christian Bale, friends. It's a Sigma male. Okay, look at this, Christian Bale. So Sigma males, you notice they're very they're doing the mewing. They look after themselves a lot. They're it's beyond being just a metrosexual. They used to call this word as metrosexual. Now it's he likes to fly solo and independent. He's mysterious, silent. He lives life on the edge. He's never short of attention. Even friends, it's kind of funny. They've even written here, Sigma males are everybody teases them and pokes fun at them because they're not alpha. They realize they can't be alpha. They want to play a different game, which is they want to be more quietly confident. Okay, quietly confident. It says one-on-one social connections and social validation. So what it is, friends, I guess they're so nihilistic on the world. They've come into this world and they see, oh man, if I want to grind out all these social media points, it's going to take forever. So I'm going to be my own quiet, different person. So remember, everybody, friends, as well, they're really strapped into the digital economy. Very, very important, okay? Trust me, these kids aren't buying real estate and they're not buying stocks, okay? No. Okay, they want to connect with people. They connect with people digitally. This is bullish for crypto. This is the generation that's going to be inheriting boomer parents' money with millennials, and they're not going to be buying real estate anywhere near to the levels we've been seeing now. I found this funny as well. You see those applications, you can't break his heart. It's unbreakable. He's got Twitter, Discord, Telegram, Phantom, and Dex Screener. I think it means the fact that, we've been rugged so many times, man. We just don't care. Oh! The ticker is DickWifButt. Shout out to the DickWifButt army. Wow. Friends, we've got Greta. Friends, I'm really liking this Greta Thunberg meme. Greta Thunberg, friends, I'm telling you, man, she's coming back, friends. She's getting boobies. She's getting curvier. People are photoshopping her even more sexy. It's starting to really annoy people as well. It is kind of funny. Shout out to pDAI. Pulse Diet. Seems the genius Richard Hart marketing is working. The Ethereum guys are dumping their free tokens. So he's obviously making a joke here because the P tokens are all up today. PWBTC, pDAI. Obviously by now, friends, you saw my epic video, crypto's greatest story ever told. You have to watch that. Okay, that is literally the PulseChain thesis. And you get to see, friends, by the end of it, you'll see, oh, now I know why all these other KOLs of crypto are like washed up. They are like totally not in tune with what's going on. They are literally the boomers. They are the Hillary Clintons of 2016. They are the Kamala Harrises of 2024. Like totally not in touch with crypto anymore. They're still shitting 2021 and 2017 garbage, centralized exchange trash. They're taking the tokens. They're doing the deal. This grand vision is exciting. It's motivating. And it's literally giving you a reason to hold PulseChain in a bear market because it fulfills basically all of the puzzle pieces. Check this out. Ms. Chris, friends, there's another Chris Crypto Coffee, which is funny. We have another Chris Coffee. Why did I all of a sudden start seeing these articles on my timeline? All of these about, look at this, your crypto isn't safe even if it's in a stable coin. Yeah, so Chris is a friend of the channel as well. He's a DGen dad of 2. Well done, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, stable coins, they're very, very, very dangerous, but now they have to be regulated. So, friends, I made this prediction. Because we had 2022 nightmare, we're not going to see a stablecoin crisis again. No, the market learns, okay? Just like we're not going to see a world zombie virus again, we're not. Everyone learned. It's going to be another thing that no one's suspecting, all right? That's why, yeah, friends, trust me. People say, Sommy, what if pDAI depegs? Look, man, trust me. However scared you are of this getting to $1 and then depegging, I am 1,000 times scared. More scared. But we already had the 2022 crisis. They don't repeat. It's another thing that screws up. All right? What's it going to be? I don't know. Because if you knew what was going to be to screw up, it's got to do 1,000x first pretty much. Then it screws up. Okay? We don't know. Crypto Coffee. Funny, right underneath him, friends. Big things coming for PulseChain. So Richard Hart, founder of PulseChain, he's tweeted, they yelled scam at Hex to 10,000x. I wonder if they'll do it again. What's he referencing? There's a lady here called Kimberly Mitnick. Okay, she made a post. Friends, she's taken a picture of the electronic LCDs of the PulseChain. And she said, scams are forever with a star. This time, a mass mail crypto shill scam using a dollar store gadget to trick people into buying Hex and PulseChain. Friends, I'm telling you right now, it's jet fuel. It is jet fuel. When we start pumping every daily candle, okay, this lady and all her other beta male friends are gonna feel the wrath of FOMO. Wrath. Ben's telling you that everyone talks a big game until this happens, yeah? Because they start imagining the sweatiness they're gonna have if this thing keeps going up and they didn't buy in. All of them, okay? And the higher it goes, the more they get embarrassed. So we have the PulseChain community who've come in. She goes, comes a full circle when someone tries to social engineer a Mitnick. Gosh, man, like, that is, sorry, look, shout out to all the Mitnicks out there. Man, that's one way to get you soft. Mitnick! Gosh, how are you going to get hard for Mitnick? Mitnick! It sounds like MacGyver from one of the detective movies. Gosh, man. Jeez. And I posted this picture. Funny, friends, I went to her 2021 posts just because it's fun. She posts a picture of her grabbing a golden Gaytime. It's funny. So everyone came out. I'm very, very proud of everybody. Everybody said, welcome to PulseChain. We love you. Look at this. Welcome to PulseChain. We love you. Here's Mr. Matt Yeater. Wonderful PulseChain pictures. Here's RH Maxi. This is cool marketing. A dollar store gadget. Awesome. You're so lucky to be one of the first. It's awesome, friends. It's awesome. Corey, I implore you to check out the PulseChain ecosystem. I know. They're not going to, but we want Corey to be nice the way he is. because we can show it to them later. Friends, you got to remember, is anybody laughing at XRP now? Nope. There you go. Very interesting, friends, as well. Remember, we spoke about Sigma males and the Zoomer generation kids. They're more like independent. They're not alpha. They stick to themselves. Obviously, there's a lot more autism rates, probably because they're all like triple vaxxed. Their kids have, their parents have to do it. A lot of them are on puberty blockers. A lot of them are confused. And a lot of them, they're not allowed to be shown like masculinity, father stuff. You know what I mean? Like they grew up in a world where they're just like I don't want to get too spicy, but like, you know, if they ever come across a story where there's a traditional gender role of men and women, it's like cursed. No, can't do that. Every movie they've ever watched, there's like, you know, the interracial marriage, the dad smokes weed, and then the mum is like, I don't know, she's like a professional boxer. You know what they do with these movies? They just put like women into roles that they're definitely not part of, and dudes into roles they're not. Like the guy, maybe he runs a professional nail salon. You know what I mean? Like just they throw things out. He really confuses all the kids. Now, I'm not surprised as well. The rate that the Zoomer kids, their virginity rates are through the roof. Now, I'd know this because I'm also a virgin, but it's literally gone through the roof, friends. Like, it's literally up to like 30% of people under 30 are virgins now. It used to only be like 10% or 5%, but it's skyrocketing. So there's probably 1,000 factors, but obviously one of the biggest factors is you don't need to get your dopamine from like rubbing up against each other. You don't need to rub your genitals for someone for some dopamine. Now you've got, friends, you've got every kid's dream. Now everybody's got a Game Boy on their phone. Yeah. They can fit a Game Boy in their pocket. They can get dopamine anywhere. They're playing Call of Duty with their friends, right? They're like inventing weird drugs. They're snorting all these crystals and stuff. They're just basically, they're getting entertainment from all these other ways. They're communicating, they're chatting, they live digitally. Once you live digitally in the metaverse, you don't need to go look outside in the real world. Well, now, STIs are actually dropping for the first time in decades. Very interesting. And it's because they're actually having less relations. They're spending more time digitally online. This is the big macro trend, okay? That's, friends, what I'm telling you is, see, when crypto goes volatile up and down, I know these Zoomer kids. I know the little generation beta kids. I know the future trend. Okay, you kids, they are born in a world of online metaverse worlds. They only know that world, right? And in the future, friends, it's like travel's going to get faster. They're only going to become more digital. And Bitcoin is digital. Crypto is all digital, right? So just showing you that the product market fit is going to keep growing. DMH. Honestly, the longer I spend in this space, the more I realize that narratives, metrics, and beliefs don't matter. One day, people say revenue is what matters and dismiss high gas fees as unimportant. The next day, the very same people claim revenue is irrelevant. In the end, good coin equals good tech, bad coin equals bad tech. I support the current thing. So, DMH, shout out to you. If you watch my videos, God bless you, friends. These people, they're slowly waking up to your friend Swami content from literally more than 2.5 years ago. That's how behind they are. That's how in front of the curve I am. 2.5 years I've been saying this. They literally are just starting to wake up. They go, oh my gosh, the guy with the Pokemon hat might be right. The community is the asset and not the code. What? If only I had a friend wearing a Pokemon bucket hat right now. It's actually, friends, it's actually McDonald's bucket hat, right? But McDonald's are our cute, family-friendly takeaway Pokemon, okay? So we've been talking about this for a long time. Crypto, they're just like cities. It's just like a city, yeah? Crypto, the people who live in the city, they are the product, okay? It's not like a share. With a share, you separate the people who own the shares and the Johnson & Johnson baby bump powder product. They're separate. In crypto, the people in the city, they're also the users. They are the utility. It's the same product. It's the same thing. When you wear the jersey, you're in the city. It's the same thing. And they consume all the products. Johnson & Johnson shareholders, they probably never buy Johnson & Johnson baby bump powder. They don't. Okay? I do. I love it. Any rash on your bum? Nice. Soft. Smells great. And for babies too. Right? So that's why, friends, networks in stocks are like unicorns. Tesla, Apple, the biggest ones, the shareholders are also consumers of the product. That's the future. Everybody owns Tesla stock. They like want to get the car. Yeah, that's different. In crypto, we're like, well, duh, if you own the coin, you shill the bags because you want everyone to be in with you. Yes. We're like, duh, why wouldn't you do that? Yeah, but in stocks, it's not like that. Shout out to Mr. Hexjam Hex with your friend Somi as Spock. Reading these pictures here. This is Peg Leg Larry. Some secret, mysterious account. Hoping for some peg legs. Friends, shout out to Sharbil Bilelo. Ciao, bello. Every week, I send a letter to tens of thousands of investors covering the most important charts and themes in markets. So he's showing, friends, the average return rate of each asset class. And you can actually see, if you go down here, wow, the highest returns down here, pretty much most of them are Bitcoin, with one of them being gold. Very awesome. So Bitcoin's here. Bitcoin's had 140% annualized rate. Remember, that's why Bitcoin fans, we're just off the charts. Like, crypto's growth rate is so off the charts. Everything else looks really, really, really bad. Friends, remember the hurdle rate of assets, you need to beat 8% per year because you're losing to inflation. Look what most of them are at. 1%, 2, 4, 7, 2, 10, 5, 3, 4, 9, 10. Look at, friends, these are all absolute garbage. The only one that's high, what is this? This is US growth. This is the tech stocks, I think. US growth stocks or whatever, or NASDAQ, and this is Russell 2000. They're just trash, dude. They're absolutely trash. It's not even a comparison. It's like crypto is like so obviously just better than everything else. Here we have Mr. DeFi Triggs. Give them no mercy, Richard Hart. Hex is up 5%. PulseChain coins. Hopefully we keep bumping. Here we have Chris Barrett from Chainlink. Chainlink Marines. Expect more unexpected this week. I don't know how this guy's getting $500,000 a year to just tweet on that, but jeez, but we better pump, dude. I'm just telling you, we better pump. Boofy, not gonna lie, I thought I was tweeting to max 3 people. Throw a couple of likes. Well, good luck to you, sir. You know what I mean? Hope everybody out there makes it. He has a Protoss, by the way. That is the Protoss Gremlin. That is from Ticker Bitcoin. Yes, good times. Very interesting. AI adoption rates are starting to decline for larger firms. Is that really decline, bro? It just kind of like slows down a bit. I mean, why don't you look at it from here, bro? From 2023. It's like a big move up and to the right. Maybe it's going to stall out before it continues. Yeah, man. Friends, AI just does everything, dude. It literally does everything. It's going to get smarter. It's going to be more amazing over time. But yeah, it'll be scary. Maybe it brings in the Antichrist. We'll see. Here we have Patty Ice. I'd join. We're absolutely spitting fire. So they're doing streams. Yeah, just look. If you're going to join PumpFun streams with tokens, just know that they are celebrity tokens. Just know that, okay? Feel free to punt. They're celebrity tokens, okay? The higher the coin goes, there is a rug. There is an abandonment. Something ends up going wrong. We have zero success at all. So you got to find that needle in the haystack. Gainzy just rugged. And look, you run the risk, the more you listen to the people in there, the more they coerce you. Where they say, no, don't worry, I'm definitely rich. I made a lot of money. Like, friends, you got to remember, friends, Gainzy, man, you understand, man, he really, like, that was some nasty manipulation. Yeah, nasty coercion. Pure deception. Do you remember in Gainzy, I ran cover for you, he made he told people 3 weeks ago, and I covered it for you. He says, oh, I'm not actually really, really poor. I just joke about it. He says, I got these 2 big seed ICOs that made me a lot of money, but I don't talk to you about it. Now, I thought maybe he was being truthful. I don't know. But now I look back and I'm thinking, I wonder if that was psyops to make people not suspect that it was going to rug his coin. Because what happens 2 weeks later is he then gets asked on a stream, hey, you going to rug your coin? He goes, no. Totally not. I'm not going to rug my coin. I've got big plans. I've got the biggest of plans for my celebrity token. It's going to be amazing. You got nothing to worry about. I'm definitely not rugging, okay? Just one day after that, what does he do? He does the rug, which I covered for you as well. Here it is. Pretty much rugs it down to 0. And then he uses 2 accounts to buy it. And then he sells back into the crowd when he says, oh, no, I'm actually here. He makes $550,000 on there. So, yeah, man. Look, I'm going to have to say, man, no crime in casino and game is game. That's it. You want to play this game? That's the game, man. You better have insider information. And I hope information asymmetry is shared with me. Okay, I share anything with you. I play long-term stuff, by the way. Here is MartyFarty. Remember MartyFarty, friends? MartyFarty is, remember, Ivan spent an entire episode where just 50% of it was fudding Ethereum. MartyFarty wrote one article pretty much saying Ethereum's going to zero and it's trash and Soilana's going to flip it and everything. So MartyFarty, let's see what he's saying today. Probably fighting Ethereum. Why did Stripe not use Ethereum or its layer 2s, but instead chose to build their own layer 1? No, Stripe has been a big advocate for Ethereum, so this came as quite as a shock. Stripe Stripe chose to build Tempo, a new layer 1 blockchain, instead of using Ethereum or Ethereum layer 2. Well, look, friends, I know. I have the most peg nipples in the northern, southern, eastern, and western hemisphere. So obviously what I say right here is to be taken with a grain of salt. But I'm going to go out and say, Stripe, you are nobodies. You are irrelevant. Your chain is going to be dog shit. No one's going to be using you in the next bear market. You're all a bunch of grifters. Ethereum is the real network effect. And you're all full of poop. Come at me. There you go. No one wants to use Tempo. I don't give a shit. No one cares. All the money's on Ethereum. We got the stablecoins. We got Vitalik. They have your friend Somi, secret weapon. No one wants to use your trash, bro. All right? The community is the asset. You got no community. You know what they have, friends? Do you want to know what Stripe has? They've got a bunch of Bitcoin maxis who pretend they're Bitcoin maxis who are now shilling shares of companies, the new dog shit, pretending like they're Bitcoin maxis now when they know they've gone down the risk curve. They're just sexually confused. We get it, okay? We get it. You're too scared to tell people you enjoyed hooking up with dudes. You're just too scared. We get it, okay? So come out of the closet. We know you're in there. Just come out. We know. You got your fingernails painted. You're flicking your wrists. Just come out, Stripe. We know. So they got Bitcoin maxis. Now, the funniest part is they have to use Ethereum technology. And their founders and their board, you know, because friends, they're Bitcoin maxis. You know what I mean? This is the funniest part, dude. Do you understand? I don't have any word. You're full of so much soy. We just can't take them seriously. They are using the Ethereum technology whilst calling Ethereum a no-use case piece of trash. Explain that for me. That reminds me of all these trash immigrants, right? Depends, my parents are immigrants, okay? But you know the trash ones who ruin it for everyone else? It reminds me of them coming into countries, burning their flag, and then telling everybody that they should change the laws. Go back to your own countries. Why don't you go back to where you came from? Hey, you think Ethereum's trash? Go back to Bitcoin. Try launch your stablecoin on Bitcoin. Oh, wait, you can't. That's a problem. You're here to make money. How are you going to make money from everyone if you can't launch your own stablecoin? Oh, golly gee. You're just a sexually confused altcoiner. Hypocrisy everywhere, friends, okay? Remember, the game is about insiders and outsiders. I'm only telling you this because it's very obvious you and I are not allowed in their ICOs. They are insiders. You and I are outsiders. So when I see performance, Tempo is designed to handle high volume. No one gives a shit, bro. Literally nobody cares, okay? Watch my greatest story ever told video on crypto because I don't give a shit if you can do 50,000 transactions per second or 2 transactions per second. I don't give a crap, okay? Crypto was invented to remove middlemen and middle women, okay? I want self-sovereignty. I don't want to worry about whether a Brazilian dude has been bribed for $2,000 to basically blow up a whole exchange and risk 140 million. I want privacy to be my human right and to be able to be used with technology, okay? Smart contracts let me do that. Can't do that on Bitcoin. Can you provide that? No, you can't. Move along. Cointelegraph. Missed the weekend headlines. Here's our top news. Trump's family wealth grew by 1.3 billion following ABTC and World Liberty Finance debut. Another big reason, friends. Remember, I covered this for you. Got to cover it for you again. the Trump family's net worth, it's now over 50% in crypto. Crypto used to be 5%, then 10%. A month ago, it was 45%. But now with World Liberty Finance, I think it's something like 60 or 70%. It's huge. I'm not saying, friends, they're going to rescue us or anything. I don't care. I'm just telling you, show me where the money's going, and I'll tell you the incentives, man. I'll tell you exactly what they're incentivized to do. So when you have greater than 50% net worth in crypto industry, you've got a very big incentive to pump the living truck out of this industry, even if it's for one last exit scam. Okay? One big fat pump, crypto to 10 trillion. That's exactly what they're incentivized to do. Not to kill it. And look, you know what? They might kill it later on. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is I know how humans work. They're long. They want to cash out. They got to pump it up. Don't know how it's exactly going to work, what they're going to do. They're going to pump it up. I'm here for the ride, and so are you. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.